Hey guys, welcome back to MIZEco Labs. I'm Mize, and look how buff I am in this crazy armor. I don't usually look at it, but man, my shoulders are huge in this thing. Very cool. So, what I'm thinking I'd like to do is show you guys what the dude has been working on. Let's go to his base really quick. He has set up a portal here. He found himself a portal gun, and he built this really cool looking, like, I guess, portal holder. I don't know what else to call it, but I love his design style. He plays with the micro blocks. He's got a really cool look to his stuff. So let me take you to his current base and what he's been working. Let me show you what he's been working on. Okay, welcome to the dude base. The dude has been working hard. He has been playing like crazy. He's on the server a lot more than I am. Let's see. What's he got going on here? You'll notice a sorting system. I set this up for him. It's almost identical to my old sorting system using red power, except he wanted his chests set up around him like this. So I had to split the sorting system up to accommodate it. But I think it looks pretty good. It turned out nice. And most of all, it's functional. Come on, world load. There we go. Yeah, he's got barrels set up. And he's doing really well. Let's see, what else has he got? Let's go in his basement area here. Okay, so down here, I helped him go the route of blue electric power. So he's got a nice big solar panel out here. Let's go take a look at that. I shouldn't say really big, but it's, it's decent. So he's got this solar panel out here hooked up to a transformer, and that's running the energy down here to a bunch of battery boxes, which lets him get through the night. And he's got that running into his sorting system and other red power stuff, and these 4 blue electric engines, filling up his redstone energy cells, which is what he's running all of his thermal expansion machines off of. And then he's got himself a power bridge here, turning that energy into EU to run some industrial craft machines. So nice little setup here. Looks like he's got the a pipe going down and out to some other stuff. He's been doing a lot of work with farming, which is pretty cool. Sorry about the world not loading. Okay, so yeah, he's been using these factory reloaded machines. And he's got some nice big areas in here that he's dug out. Little tree farm. But this is just the underground base where he's just getting supplies and getting stuff ready. Over here is where he started building some of his actual buildings. And I just love his style. He's got a really cool style going on here. This is just really cool looking. It's like a German house style. Very, very cool. Look at the detail. Look at this fireplace. All the little red power blocks everywhere. It really gives it a cool look. And then over here, he's been doing some tree breeding, which I have yet to get into. To do the tree breeding, you require some bees, because the bees pollinate the trees. But he's been making some really cool trees. Like, look at these things. And look at the size of this. This is actually one tree here. It's not a bunch of trees grown together. That's one big tree. Very, very cool. That's where, by the way, he's gotten the wood for that very dark wood he's got on the roof over here. It's some kind of ebony. And he plans on using this on the castle that he's building. Now, I don't know if you'll notice, let's see here, my X and Y there, we're at 8,000, or X and Z, I mean, by 6,000. We are a ways away. The dude has brought the server to its knees multiple times trying to find a good place for himself. And he finally found it out here. And the reason being is he wanted a location to build his castle. And I think he picked a really good spot. Let's get this to load. I'm going to let this load. I'll be right back. That's a little better. So he found this sweet place with this village here. And we've been expanding it, adding some houses with extra doors to try and get some of the villagers to spawn. And we lit the whole place up to try and keep the monsters out. And over here, ooh boy, what is this? Alright, well this used to be solid glacier. Oh, I see. He's got a whole bunch of wrath lamps here. It's melted all the ice. But this is the location of his castle. This is where he's building his castle. And the main hall is going to be right here overlooking the village. And it's going to be pretty big. And I think it's going to be really cool when he's all done. It's going to have a real neat look to it. Because like down in the village, you'll look up and just see this huge castle up here. I'm looking forward to it. Should be pretty cool. Oh yeah, and then over here he's got another little house. And you can see the different woods he's been playing with. Yep, so I'm looking forward to seeing the castle. I think the castle is going to look awesome when he's finally all done with it. Alright, let's head back to the lab and see if we can finish up with some of my loose ends with the Applied Energistics. Okay guys, welcome back to the lab. I think we are going to expand this guy. I need more room. I have filled it with patterns and I just I love the automation, so we're going to make it bigger. And I think I have everything I need to do that. I'm just going to expand it in one direction for now. I'm just going to expand it as needed, you know. I'm not going to go overboard with this thing. I mean, it's really nice how it's scalable, so I might as well just scale it as needed. And I like having lots of CPUs and not too many pattern providers. That way it's super fast. So now, I got a second page. Pretty sweet. Great, so now that that's done, I need to go over some problems with my last episode. I was recommending last time to use these storage monitors to cover up holes in any floors or walls that you have, and for your Applied Energistics, and boy was I wrong. Luckily though, my faithful viewers have helped me out. Burke was the first to let me know that I should be using facades to fill these holes. And that's exactly what we're going to do. I think Nuclear also said a couple of times that I should be using facades as well. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. Thank you guys. But I want to automate it. I want to automate everything now. It's just too awesome. So to make a cobblestone transport pipe, to make a structure pipe, we need transport pipes. So let's go ahead and make a pattern for that. Okay, so now the system knows how to make transport pipe. Now we're going to take our transport pipe, which I should have had some, but let's just get some. There we go. Got a little bit of transport pipe there. That's fine. So now we're going to take our transport pipe and we're going to fill it with gravel. And that gives us structure pipe. So let's get a pattern for that. Okay, so now we've got our structure pipe. And the only way to make facades is in an assembly table. So like if we look at the stone facade here, assembly table, 3 structure pipes, and 1 stone. Now I've already connected my assembly table to the network using an ME interface. So we're going to go ahead and I've already hooked it up to make stone brick facades. We're going to make smooth stone and glass now. So let's add 3 structure pipes and 1 piece of glass, and that will give us 6 facades. So encode that bad boy right there. And now let's do the same for the smooth stone. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so if we go over to our assembly table now, see I've already got this facade in here. We're going to do this one and that one. Awesome. So now over here, we can just add these guys in. So now it knows how to make that stuff. And now I should be able to craft a facade, and it should make it in my assembly table and then put it into the network. So let's make some glass ones. And there we go. How cool is that? Now, you will have to make one of these facades. You need to have room for your 2 ingredients, and it has to be selected to run it. So you can't deselect it after making your first one for the recipe. But as long as you leave it selected, you should be good. Now, I don't remember if I selected this one or not. So let's give this a try. Let's do some smooth stone ones. Yep, off we go. How cool is that? Okay, so now let's replace this with what I should have used to begin with. Okay, we're gonna need to get this pipe out of the way, unfortunately. When you're doing this, you need to let me get that. There we go. You need to place it on the pipe that you're going to be covering. So it's not like Red Power where it gives you a menu where you can place the micro block in any direction. Facades only go on the face of the wire, as far as I can tell. So if you want it to go through a wire, you have to get rid of the piece that's in front of it so you have something to place it on. Grab your facade, put it on top. Look how nice that is. Awesome. And where is my export or import bus? Okay, and then we can put the import bus back on here, and everything connects just like it should. And wow, does that look nice. What an improvement. Alright, let's just put this stuff back. Yeah, that's amazing. That looks great. So I'm going to do that in all the spots that I haven't yet. And that should look much better. I just want to show you guys this really quick. The reason why I was making glass facades is because I was covering these pipes with Red Power micro blocks, but you can't put the cover with the pipe because they're not compatible. So I was putting them right on top, and as you can see, you get this little lip. So when you walk over it, you actually get pushed up in the air a little, and it doesn't look that great. But the facades, they're flush with the ground, which I like a lot. So I'm going to replace all the Red Power glass plates I have here with the Buildcraft facades. The only thing is you get this little cobblestone structure pipe connecting to it, but I still think it looks better, so we're going to go with this. Okay, there we go. I've replaced all the facades down here, or I'm sorry, I replaced all the red power covers with facades, and it looks great. I'm really happy with this. I love how the network cable can go right through the facade, so you can even have glass plates, you know, where the wire's coming up out of the floor for me. Amazing. And it just looks great. I'm very happy with this. I'm liking the facades. The only thing is I can't find a marble facade. Apparently when they were making the facades mod, they never took into account any red power blocks. So the marble and the marble brick not included. But I think snow is a pretty good match. That's a snow facade. That looks pretty good. Good enough, at least. And let's put our importer back on here. There we go. Now, one thing is with the facades, when you have a wire going through the facade, at least in my texture pack, you get this strange effect where you get darker and lighter lines, and when you get further away, it almost looks like the patterns are overlapping each other. And that happens with, as far as I can tell, all the facades. Okay, cool. So I have a ton of bauxite dust. I've been running the quarry in that plains area, and at this point, I think we have something ridiculous. Yeah, I have 5,000 bauxite dust. So I want to turn that into titanium, because that's really the only use for bauxite. So I was going to build my own industrial electrolyzer just for that purpose, but I think I'm going to use this one because most of the time it's just sitting around doing nothing. So this thing was set up to use automation, semi-automation, using Buildcraft. And it works pretty good, you know, not too bad. It's relatively cheap, you know. It's actually really cheap if you use a redstone engine instead of a gate here, because then you don't need an assembly table. But yeah, it's time to upgrade to Applied Energistics. Alright, after derping around for a while, I think I finally figured out what I want to do. Here's what it looks like now. I moved it down one block because, well, I'm going to add, I have these two things on top here. Now, I've tried a couple of different things before I finally got to this design. Down here, we have an export bus exporting empty cells. This is our import bus right here, which should be pulling out in stacks. Now, I tried it with just the ME interface on top of the industrial electrolyzer, but it wasn't working for me. When you put stuff into the export config, it goes into exported items here, and exported items is like a mini chest, and it doesn't actually export them, even though it says exported items. It's just holding them there, as far as I can tell. Now, when you have it connected over here, like I do to these guys, the fabricator pulls from a attached storage. So that's why this works like this. The flint and TNT is being pulled out of this area. But the industrial electrolyzer doesn't pull anything out. Now, so that's not going to work for what I want to do. What I want to do is just basically continuously push all of my bauxite through. So I'm using an export bus into a relay. Now, why am I using a relay? Because I want to have this all in one system, and I want to still be able to do processing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Up here, I'm going to do individual processing. Over here, I'm going to just have it automatically export all my bauxite into it. So I basically, that's why I have the relay, so that I could have two inputs into the top of my industrial electrolyzer. And this seems to work. Now, right now, it has made it so the industrial electrolyzer is unusable because it's just filled to the brim with bauxite dust. But, you know, in a few days, it'll go through all my bauxite dust, and then whenever I run a quarry, it'll just take care of it in real time. It won't be such a big deal. I think I've fully automated titanium ingots at this point. So let me take you through it really quick. I have my bauxite coming in here, as you've seen already, and that's being turned into tiny piles of titanium. To make sure that my industrial electrolyzer keeps running, I need cells. So I've automated cell production, and I'll always have at least a stack of cells. That's being made here. I also automated the compressed air cells to empty cells, so that will supplement as well, because that's outputting it's outputting compressed air cells. Then I'm taking the tiny titanium dust and turning it into titanium dust, regular titanium dust, and that's being done here. Now, I've decided to set these up like this because I could just keep going up with them. These are just automated to just run. So this fabricator is just always running. Whenever it gets enough tiny piles of titanium, it's going to make a titanium dust. Same thing with compressed air cells. Then I've got my industrial blast furnace hooked up over here, and it is taking that titanium dust and turning it into titanium ingots. And I've done the same thing that I did with my electrolyzer over here. I've got two ways of inputting into it. Right now, I've just got it exporting all my titanium dust right into it to be processed. And here, I've got a ME interface just in case I want to individually process anything else. So I only need one industrial blast furnace, which is very nice. So now if I put that 4 dust in my inventory into the terminal, it'll go through there and into here, and there we go. Fully automated. Man, I love this auto crafting stuff. It is amazing. I decided that I don't really like my electrolyzer being used up all the time, so I'm going to make another electrolyzer, and I decided to do it through the auto crafting system. So in here, I've already got everything to make an electrolyzer. I set up all the parts and all the machines that go into it, and I'm about to make my first electrolyzer automatically. So let's go ahead and do that. Industrial electrolyzer. Let's craft one. And it's making stuff, and it's already done. That's amazing. That is so cool. Okay, so just one industrial electrolyzer was not doing it for me, so I have made 2 more industrial electrolyzers, and I've got them all hooked up here, and I'm about to set them up. For now, I'm going to be using these 2 to just make chrome dust and titanium. So let's get that started. First, down here we're going to need to put empty cells into each one. So that has empty cells in it. This one's going to do empty cells down here and empty cells down here. Awesome. Okay, I can put my extra empty cells into the system. Up top here we'll do bauxite here. Good. So that's doing its thing. We'll do ruby dust here. Oh, that's my MFE. Oh, goodness. Come back. There we go. Ruby dust in stacks. Nice. And then this guy I can do individual processing with. So that should do it. And I can change this up as needed to do other major processes. So I think I like this better. Yeah, that works. Very nice. So let's cover this up. Awesome. That looks pretty good. Much better. I don't know. Slowly the red power is just disappearing from my lab. It's just going away. Applied Energistics keeps growing. I added this hookup here and this one over here because I wanted to automate some stuff. I've got some maceration of coal going on because I've got these set with these ME level emitters, and I've cleaned this up a bit back here because I thought this looked a little weird how it was like going around the power. So this looks a little cleaner now. Yeah, so now I can make coal chunks. Yeah, coal chunks. And I've also automated a few other things. I've got automation for my Cenarium. I can make Irradiant Uranium now. And Enriched Cenarium. And some of these things required compression as well as the coal chunk and the coal balls. And those recipes are up in the compressor up there. So I'm getting closer and closer to being able to make a ultimate hybrid solar panel automatically. Very cool. Next time we are going to automate this guy, and I need to figure out a way to use the rolling machine without sucking out energy constantly. I think there is a way to do that. So next time, that's what we're going to do. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave me a like. It helps me out a lot. And if you have not subscribed already, please subscribe. Have a great day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.